Energy, water use and pollution of AI and data centers rival most countries. Add AP News as your preferred source to see more of our stories on Google. Add AP News on Google. Add AP News as your preferred source to see more of our stories on Google. Share Washington app. The environmental footprint of data centers already rivals some of the world's largest countries, according to a United Nations University report, which also predicts their water and energy use and pollution will double in just 4 years as use of artificial intelligence grows. Last year, global data centers used 448 trillion watt-hours of electricity, more than all but 10 countries of the world, said the report issued Wednesday. That electricity use produced about 208 million tons, 189 million metric tons of carbon dioxide, about the same amount as Argentina, and producing that much energy consumed about 1.2 trillion gallons, 4.5 trillion liters of water, according to the report on the environmental consequences of AI's energy use. By 2030, data centers will account for nearly 3% of the world's projected electricity use, with 935 trillion watt-hours. If data centers were a country, the country would be projected to rank 6th highest in power use in 2030. That would produce nearly 440 million tons, 399 million metric tons of carbon dioxide, the report said. The study focused on energy use and didn't examine the massive amount of water used to cool data centers. If you look at these numbers, we're seeing scales comparable to nations, said study co-author Kaveh Madarni, a water scientist and director of the United Nations University Institute for Water, Environment, and Health in Canada. The demand is enormous. Much of the growth of data centers is being driven by AI. About 20% of data centers' energy is currently due to AI, but that should grow to 40% by 2030, the report said. First global look at ecological impact. Earth Movers prepare a site for a 2.5 million square foot AI data center March 24, 2026, in Independence, Mo. AP photo/Charlie Riedel. File Earth Movers prepare a site for a 2.5 million square foot AI data center March 24, 2026, in Independence, Mo. AP photo/Charlie Riedel. File Add AP News on Google. Add AP News as your preferred source to see more of our stories on Google. Share Facebook, copy link, copied print, email, X, LinkedIn, Bluesky, Flipboard, Pinterest, Reddit. Read more. The report is significant because of the credibility and authority of the UN, not just because of any one set of eye-popping numbers, said Fengqi Yu, a Cornell University energy engineering professor who directs the college's AI sustainability issues. Its value is that a UN institution is putting carbon, water, land, life cycle impacts and environmental justice into one frame for an issue that is often shrouded in secrecy and partial disclosures, said Yu, who was not part of the report. Read more. The general public should be concerned, but not panicked, he added. Jean Su, director of the Energy Justice Program at the Center for Biological Diversity, said the report is important because it is the first UN or even global report that shines a light on the environmental harms of AI. National Artificial Intelligence Association President Caleb Max emphasized how his industry is becoming more efficient and how it benefits the public. AI is rapidly becoming part of our everyday lives and adding benefits that improve safety, live longer, work more efficiently, enhance food production, and reduce poverty. The evidence is growing daily that the energy return on investment of AI development is transformative for our world and therefore more than worth it. Josh Levy, president, the Data Center Coalition, said the industry takes its environmental impact seriously. We remain committed to working with policymakers, local communities, and industry partners to ensure that as data centers grow, they do so responsibly, transparently, and in ways that reflect the best available practices, he said in a statement. How much energy your query uses and how to trim it fans, part of a cooling system, are visible on the roof of a data center April 27, 2026 in Hillsborough, or AP photo/Jenny Kane. File fans, part of a cooling system, are visible on the roof of a data center April 27, 2026 in Hillsborough, or AP photo/Jenny Kane. File add AP News on Google. Add AP News as your preferred source to see more of our stories on Google. Share Facebook, copy link, copied print, email, X, LinkedIn, Bluesky, Flipboard, Pinterest, Reddit. Read more. Madarni, also the winner of the most recent of the Stockholm Water Prize, said the numbers show the environmental cost of AI, which may seem cleaner at first glance than other mechanical devices, such as cars and furnaces, that have visible pollution. AI is not just a virtual thing. We're talking about something that has physics, something that has real impacts. There is infrastructure there. There is energy that is being used, Madarni said. A lot of hardware is behind all these operations that to us seem very, very clean, because we don't see smoke out of our devices. On our cell phone, there is no visible smoke, or out of our computer or something. But somewhere else someone is suffering. People can reduce AI's massive energy appetite by being less polite and more concise in their queries, Madarni said. The report found that cutting word use in requests by 30% can reduce energy used by AI by 25%. That would save about the same amount of electricity as what about 700,000 people in Africa use in a year, the report said. If you're too polite, then that extra please you put there can make a huge difference, Madarni said. You've got to be very precise and be short. A typical ChatGPT-style query is about 200 times more energy intensive than the type of basic text classification used in an email spam filter. For example, AI-generated images or video require much more energy, and the more complicated the AI, the more energy it takes to train or learn. The report said GPT-3 used about 1.3 billion watt-hours to train, but the next version used 50 to 70 billion watt-hours. But it's not training that really feasts on power, said study co-author Miriam Excel, a United National University environmental policy researcher. About 90% of the power use of AI comes from operational requests, she said. GPT alone accounts for 2.